Okay, welcome everyone to the Rope Break podcast. I'm very scuffed at this, like I said. We are joined by AJ Scraggs and a special guest, Party Boy.
Hey, yo.
Starty.
How are you doing? How good? How are you been?
Party Boy.
Fantastic.
We've had a
very good.
We've had an amazing show this last week. I mean, you lost the Champions League final as well, but we'll not talk about that, even though you were robbed.
Yeah, we are not talking about it.
Yeah,
we're not talking about it.
We're clearly not talking about it. But
no, we're not.
Nope.
As we were going to the next gen show, we were announced that Party Boy will be main eventing versus Fabio. We were all celebrating just to find out Party Boy went to the shop.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Next time, don't remind me not to go to the shop, because if that were the case and all of a sudden Iron main event again, I'll be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Maybe,
to be fair, you got all that time to. Yeah, you had all the time to plan the match, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 hours or 3 hours nearly before we even went on.
Yeah, it would have been actually.
Yeah.
Were you worried about being the main event, or was there just no doubt in your mind you knew you were going to have a great match?
It was not that there was no doubt. I wasn't expecting to have like the greatest match I've ever had, because I've only had a couple of matches, and some of them were just like, having a little bit of fun out there. But this one I wanted to have a bit more serious. And when it finally did that, it felt great. It felt natural. And plus, it's better when you're in there with Fabio, because Fabio was brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. I'm wearing his shirt right now. Don't know whether you can see it.
There you can see it, yeah. I also have that t-shirt, but not wearing it today, so I'm glad I didn't wear
it.
I actually don't have his shirt. Don't tell him. I have everyone else's shirt, but not his.
It's only 20 quid,
Yikes.
Liam.
Yeah, it's only 20
20.
Yeah, but I'm skint as it is. But
Fair.
As we were going for the next gen show, what do you think match of the night by crowd reaction was? Was it the main event?
I'll let Scraggs answer that one first.
Yeah.
I don't want to seem cocky, but I think it has to be me and Alan's match.
Yeah.
Because how over he got in his very first match. As soon as he walked through the curtain, I watched it back because I was talking to Martin. Obviously, he was the referee. And I watched it back, and it was just like, wow. Like, I haven't really heard people get that much of a reaction for the very first time walking through a curtain. And to be able to keep it open to just to get louder and louder as the match went on, it was just brilliant, I thought.
Agreed. Like, if on hindsight, I would have said I would agree with you, because I actually do agree with you. I thought as a match of the night, I'd say match of the night, maybe, but performance of the night has to be you and Adam.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Because just hearing them cheer MJF, even wanting him to come back straight after the match.
That's what I mean.
And then you get mentioned by was it an actual OTT account, or is it an OTT fan account?
OTT, it was like the Irish Wrestling Fans page on Facebook.
But
that's great.
Just to get mentioned on that on your first match.
Yeah.
You know he has the ability to go for a long way and at a very short time.
Yeah. And he's constantly thinking of ideas now for his next match, So
she'll be thinking.
I'm excited to see.
He's a very creative guy, and I wouldn't be surprised if he'll be hitting the main events of next gen not in the next year.
Yeah. I definitely think he could. 100%. I'll have to get his thoughts on it on Sunday if he's down for the podcast.
Yeah, I'll be down to try and get his opinion, because everyone had their opportunity to shine there. Everyone in their own unique way. I had the chop that was heard from the back that I felt like that was my moment. I ruined his nipple.
Jesus.
Which lad did you ruin? Which lad's nipple did you ruin?
Kleptomania.
Oh yeah, I saw that chop actually. I thought he was just selling it really well.
I thought he was just selling it really well, and then I just saw his mark, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got you good."
You got him good.
Worst place to get chopped.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I feel like the match was great, the 6-man tag, but the positive thing for me, I know it sounds negative, but I know I can do better. That's the one thing I always look on. I know we can get better. I know we can improve in any way, shape, or form.
That's the best way of thinking about it. Like, if you have one match and you thought it was decent, even though other people probably thought it was great, you can use that as an advantage to try and make your next match, I should say, better than last, because that's how wrestling should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And now coming to the end of your matches, because we clipped on this a bit earlier, what did your agents say to you straight after your match? Because I'm curious about feedback. I'm curious about what everyone else thought.
Scribes want to go first?
Okay. Debbie was my agent, which she is a brilliant agent. She was the agent for me and Steins when we had our match 2 months ago. And she said it was great. The only thing she would say was the finish was a bit off. It was kind of like it wasn't directly in the center of the ring, if you get me. So if you go back and you watch it, you'll see like I'm kind of hitting my finisher as I'm kind of hitting the ropes as well. It's not really in the center of the ring. So that was something that she was like, okay, we didn't work on that. But that was kind of me and Alan as well. But then she was also giving me like individual advice and like personal advice, being like, I should probably be a bit louder in between spots. And I agree, because I definitely wasn't as loud as I could be. And like she knows that. She's been seeing me in training matches and all that kind of stuff. She knows I'm such a loudmouth, when I get into the heel mode, I suppose. And she knew that I could. She wasn't like disappointed, but she was like, "You could definitely you could take it and you could turn it up to 100, because what you have right now is already really, really good and something that not many people have." So, I suppose minor complaints, well, not complaints, but minor. I guess adjustments and criticisms. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Was anyone agenting your match, Partyboy, or was it just you and Fabio on your own?
To be quite honest, I don't remember ever hearing who the agent was. But it was just me and Fabio talking about the match the entire day. Like when people are going out to their matches, he would always be like, "Right, do you remember what we're doing?" Yeah, and so we just call it back to me. And I think we did it like about 6 or 7 times each match. That sounds a lot, but I could be over exaggerating at that, because it could have been at least 7 all together. But when we went out there, just the emotions were going high. Like the crowd were chanting chanting Fabio's a frigid, when I don't know if he is or not.
According to my sources, he is.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah. So yeah. What's it? Like when we went out there for the match, it was great. Got lots of full feedback from when I first went to the back. Debbie actually was the first person to come to me and say, "You did a great job out there. You actually made me feel emotional after the match and all that stuff." And I was like, "Aw, fucking wish I cried now."
I felt like you were close to. I felt like, because it was lovely. It was absolutely a lovely match, and just thanking everyone before you went off. It was just because we train with you, we know how much effort you put in. I feel like, as not just fans, as friends, as training buddies, we feel your emotion there a lot more than I think people in the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's different if people do know you and they actually make the crowd chant even more. Because remember the first show we did back, which is in December. Yeah, like all the people that knew us helped the crowd get hyper.
Yeah.
I think it was Alan that didn't kind of helped a lot with the crowd. I think it was you were there too, Scrags, weren't you?
Yeah. I think we were all
Liam. You were all there, yeah.
We were all there chanting Debbie. It was mainly
and that actually helped her a lot, and people actually wanted her to win that match.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have someone.
I thought she was going to win for a second there.
Oh, so did
I. Grapple games.
She could win the Grapple games. I agree with that.
Yeah.
When are you getting into Grapple games? We want you in.
Well, if I'm getting in, I'm not winning. Simple.
You don't have to win. I know you don't have to win, but I want you in there because it's right there for you to get in there.
To be quite honest, I don't know what the story is, but if I were to be putting the Grapple games, that's up to Katie and Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can agree JB's going to Grapple games.
Well, I think we want to see how the storyline of me and JB are getting on first.
Yeah. Because I feel like it'd be great if you got in over him. I don't know if he'll turn on you or something like that. You're in Grapple games, but I'd be interested in seeing something like that.
As would I actually, yeah. But who knows? Besides, Grapple games not until October.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
God knows what will happen in those next couple of months.
Yeah,
be interesting to see.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
AJ over here could be challenging for the title for all we know.
You never know.
You'll still
maybe
get
a next gen title.
I would like that. I would like to pitch a next gen title, but
I think everyone's been talking about a next gen championship, but I think they're doing one down Phoenix where if the person wins it in the next gen gets to defend it in both, not both, in Titanic, Phoenix, and Fight Factory. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if Phil might have some idea about it, but even if there is an idea about that, whatever helps our next gen, that's what's important.
Yeah,
because I feel like we can get a lot more people in if there is because always a title will always bring people in. I feel like a little bit more be like, okay, there's a big title match every single show. It might just add a bit more interest.
Oh yeah,
might not a lot.
Yeah, but then again, how do you qualify for it? You know, it could be a case of a battle royal, a certain next gen show, or something like that. You know, so
you see that this would be my idea of booking that type of thing. It would be, let's say the most experienced people in the next gen, like me, Rory, or Paula. Yeah, Paula.
Yeah.
That we all get into matches and we all win matches, and it ends with a triple threat match at one of the next gen shows, and that determines the next gen champion.
Yeah.
And it's up to Kate and Phil who wins that.
But I think it should be you. I think it should be you. Hands down, it should be you. You or Rory is also good, but I just feel like your win would mean a lot more. Well, it might be just a biased thing. For me, I think it would mean a lot more than if he won.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of ways you could do it, as well with the thing with JB. If you win the next gen championship, bring it onto the main roster and all that kind of stuff, and the main shows.
Yeah, JB said something like that as well. Like he said, that if that were the case, if there was a next gen championship for Fight Factory, that if I had won it, then we would have pulled a Miz and Mizdow thing where he would come out with the belt, and I would come out with one of those replica belts that are in the shelves.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I could see that. God damn it.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated storyline. Mizdow was so over. It's ridiculous.
But the thing is, he couldn't do anything else after that.
No.
Shame.
But to be fair, WWE never trusted Sandow to do anything other than a mid-card heel.
I don't think there's anything. This is my problem with most WWE fans, wrestling fans in general, is that they think that certain people would be great world champions, and when they become world champions, they're actually not that great as world champions. There's nothing wrong with being a very good mid-carder. Sure, look at Scott Hall. He's never won the fucking world title. Yeah, and he was an upper mid-card guy, so I don't understand what. And they also say, "Oh, well, Cesaro should have been a fucking world champion," and I was like, "No, he had a successful career nonetheless."
Yeah.
To be fair, there's rumors of him.
Tag champion.
He's a 5-time tag champion, 2-time Intercontinental champion, 3-time US, and I think he's going back there in the next few months. I think there was lots of rumors.
But WWE.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like Cesaro needs to get more. I know he has the swing, but it feels like he's missing something to get into the main title scene. I don't know what it is, but personally, I feel like there's something missing in Cesaro. I don't know. It's hard to put a finger on what they're missing, but another example for your mid card thing, the Miz, amazing Intercontinental champion.
Yes.
I don't see him as a world champion, but like he got it. Fair play to him. He got his time. But I feel like he can always make the Intercontinental title be special.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure. I think some people said like that John Cena was the last great US champion, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have said Miro, but Miro was before Cena.
Yeah, he was before and slightly after.
Yeah, because he was a good US champion. I felt like.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to like bring relevancy back to the belt, Cena did that.
Yeah.
Oh, Cena definitely did it.
With his open challenge.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so good.
Both watching every week on Raw. That was the only reason why I watched Raw at that time.
His match versus Sami Zayn, I just like.
Brilliant.
The fact that Bret Hart came out and introduced him made it so much better, though.
Yeah, it like he was getting the proper robe. He like. Why?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, Kevin Owens as well.
Jesus, yeah. Wow.
Didn't even want the US title. He put NXT over.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So to those fuckers who think that Cena is just all about burying, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong. Okay, I have 2 questions for you. First of all, what match do you personally want on the next gen show? If you could, any opponent you want.
Ooh.
I personally like to see another match between you and MJF Scraggs.
Oh, yeah. Do you know
I think there should be a trilogy there, because what's the point in just having one match when you could easily make a trilogy out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I personally believe that.
We left a lot of stuff out because we just
did.
had so much, and I mean,
You left them wanting more, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, like we've got so much more, both of us, and Alan's got so much for his chef gimmick, and I think definitely we can make a trilogy out of it. But like we know what to avoid as well this time. Like if we get another match, I say that, and it's 2 months down the line, you know, so it is a bit of a wait. But if we get our match again, I think we will absolutely knock it out of the park. 100%.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. I
agree. Also, try and get more keeping the Fabe stuff with Benny. Try and get that keep going, because you can do that anywhere at any time. I want to pitch to Benny to me do one of those, but in a bar and just have like a little joke around. But I think he wants. I don't know if he wants to keep it in the Fight Factory, so I don't want to ask him. But a match that I
ask him about that.
Yeah, a match I want to do is a match against Matt Wild. He was in the tag match. I want to do it because we were talking about doing a proper strong style match with like hits and strikes, because we have no bother hitting the shit out of each other in training, and we've no bother. We just wanted to have that Minoru Suzuki style match. And I believe we can do that very easily and get the crowd into that. Yeah.
I definitely agree. I'd like to see that. A strong style match in Fight Factory. I'm down for that.
Yeah, because we have all the technical stuff, but I want to see that. I want to see a proper physical match. I don't know if it'd be a good idea, but it's just something I would like to do.
Yeah.
Whatever makes the fans pop, that's it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know who I'd want to face in the next gen show. Well, I'm willing to face anyone, but I do have a list. Well, I haven't written out a list, but I do have an idea of what I want as a list of wrestlers I would love to wrestle. Like Fabio was on top of the list, and I already wrestled him, so that's off the list. But I could wrestle him again at some point. Maybe Rory again, because he was already on my list. EMS, I'd wrestle. Let's see. I would love to wrestle Debbie.
Yes,
I would.
Yes,
and I'd put her over strong.
Yeah,
there you go. That actually sounds really exciting. Now that I think about it,
me versus Justin.
I have an idea for a counter into like his. He does what's it called? Not a powerbomb, a pile driver in OTT. Yeah. I have an idea for a counter for that I want to pitch to him, but I'm always just scared to pitch ideas for stuff.
I think he wouldn't mind if, like, I don't think he would mind if he gave him an idea. Like, there's nothing wrong guy an idea, as long as you don't go up to him and say, "Oh, I want to change his match," because you don't fucking do that.
Yeah, true.
Like that's my old school mentality. If you're a up and coming guy, you never go up to someone who has more experience than you to be like, "Oh, I want to do some stuff to you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it comes off a bit disrespectful.
Yeah,
it's an idea for him for a counter into a finisher, into his finisher.
Yeah.
I'll pitch it to you as when we're at training one day just to show you. I'll always keep that in mind. No, because I have to babysit my brother.
Oh, okay. Who's in training tomorrow besides me?
You aren't,
I am.
AJ?
Yeah.
I'll be there Thursday
probably,
because I'm done early at work.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I need to get you my boots.
The boots are still there, Liam.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't double checked to see if they're in the place I left them when they are.
Yeah.
There you go.
All grand. But then, okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, it's now we've done next gen. What possible match would you like from any WWE, AEW? Like, what would be your opponent that you would not like your dream opponent, but an opponent you say, yeah, I think I could have an entertaining match with.
Ooh.
That's it more of like.
Jungle Boy.
Oh yeah.
I might have to go with Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be great.
If I'd say,
could see that.
I'd say AEW Jungle Boy, WWE Sami Zayn.
Oh
Yeah, actually.
Honestly, for WWE, I'd go Baron Corbin because I could be the biggest baby face of them all. And then something similar for AEW, I would like to fight Max Caster of the Acclaimed because I would like to do like an impromptu rap against him because I have ideas. Because I also think he's one of the most overrated people over there.
Yes.
No, he probably is.
I have lines and lines of him that like I feel like I would just enjoy just saying to his face.
Yeah.
And rip him apart and all that shit. Yeah.
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 But okay, I forget what the next topic was because my brain is all over the place.
I think I know one of the topics that you said that you wanted to talk about.
MJF.
Yeah.
This has been. It's now obviously I think a work now. It's a work. It's a work now, but I don't know when it became a work. Do you have any idea?
I think it became a work when he called Tony a fucking mark and bleeped it out. But in other places it wasn't bleeped out. I think it was bleeped out in the US and Canada, but it wasn't bleeped out over here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was the same. But like, it's just why would you do that in front of execs that were going to be there as well? It's a very risky.
Publicity makes people want to watch it more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do I think that he's unhappy in AEW? Yeah, I get that feeling. He is happy, but I don't think he really wants to get fired. I think he just wants to be like, you know what? I'm getting paid less than everyone here. I don't mind getting paid less than CM Punk, but the fact I'm getting paid less than fucking Adam Cole and other people who just came in about a year ago, I'm not happy. Like it's like
because he did carry for a lot of time AEW on his back. He was always.
I still think he does.
Yeah,
as their top heel. Yeah.
And I disagree putting the title on Punk. I felt like MJF should have taken it off Hangman Page. I feel like
really,
yeah.
I agree, and I agree because it should be a heel taking the belt off of
a babyface. Yeah,
but CM Punk, he's one of the biggest fucking wrestling stars of all time. Of course, they're going to put the belt on him over MJF.
Yeah. I felt like though if they did that, I feel like he should have just turned heel during the match. In a way.
Yeah. I think he's just too popular to turn heel at the minute.
Yeah, I think he's getting like just too over. Like, but then again, like they could do if the whole MJF like shit gets resolved. They could do Punk and MJF again because I genuinely do think that MJF should have a go at the World Championship.
Do you think he is? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Like I personally think, right, that even if it does get resolved, I know for a fact as soon as 2024 comes around, he's going to go to WWE. When his contract expires.
Yeah.
That's my personal. because I think he's more suited for WWE than AEW.
I think so. And if Vince McMahon just lets him be MJF, he'll make him millions because everyone loves MJF. Get him, get actually a main event as well in Long Island.
Oh yeah,
it'll be the biggest pop in the world because it's so out there.
And I hope if he does go to WWE, he comes out to that music.
Oh yeah. I think
Cody.
they'll have no bother with that.
If Cody can take everything that he had in AEW, then I think MJF should.
I'm pretty sure MJF owns that music.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does too. Because I don't think AEW owns any music. I think they just allowed the superstars to be themselves, to have everything owned by them. Because I know it's just something WWE needs to learn to let loose on.
And also stop giving terrible ring names.
That'll never happen. Oh God.
What the next one is going to be.
Which is why wrestlers should trademark their names so they don't get booked over.
The next trademark. I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to be Austin Theory because Austin Theory. Yeah, he's going to have a complete name change because Theory is based in Evolve.
Terrible.
Well, it's terrible as well. But I feel like just because that was an Evolve name and he's brought it over there, feeling like we're going to have to change his name.
But what name would you give him, though? That's the thing.
Skippy.
Well, they already took the Austin, so you can't really be like Austin something now.
Yeah. But the problem is, look at what they did with Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne was an amazing name and they named him Butch.
You know what? That would make that a teensy bit better. If that was just a nickname that Sheamus and Rich Holland call him. Because he does look like a Butch.
He does. Yeah. But he also looks like he just cleaned my chimneys last week.
I still think he just needs to be Pete Dunne.
Either way, I don't think it's a downgrade for him because I think he's doing fine what he's doing.
I just don't want him feuding against the New Day anymore. I've seen the same match for 3 months.
Yeah, no, I've stopped paying attention to it altogether.
The only reason to watch WWE is for the bloodline, and maybe RK Bro.
Cody versus Rollins.
I'm liking Judgment Day.
Yeah,
Judgment Day. Yeah.
I'm the next member, if there is one.
Yes.
Ciampa. I think it has to be Ciampa.
I think I think Bailey because they're going to grab the tag titles.
Ooh. Okay. And if they wanted to add another man to it, I can't think of anyone better than Ciampa.
Yeah,
I think so. I'm trying to think of anyone else, but there's no one really negative.
Even though Ciampa himself is not young, but at least it gives him something to do instead of just sitting in the back and catering doing nothing.
Yeah,
that's not true. He lost by a DQ to Mustafa Ali.
No, I'm talking about in general. After that fucking feud ends.
Yeah. What's next room?
Oh my God! How do they ruin Ciampa? How do they ruin everyone?
That
I don't think he's particularly ruined yet. Not yet. But
his entrance music, though, I was such a fan of it.
Because everyone loves No One Will Survive.
Yeah. I think I called that to you. I told you that they're changing their music because they did it halfway. Yeah. I think there was another thing I obviously predicted Brock winning the Rumble, but I think there was something else I predicted to you that was out there.
Yeah.
I do not remember, but I have all these wild predictions that just come true.
Cody returning, even though everyone knew that.
Oh fuck no! Everyone knew Cody was. That was an obvious thing. But I felt like there was something stupid. Well, I actually predicted Otis winning Money in the Bank.
Oh, did you?
I predicted that a long time ago as a proper joke, and that. I regret that.
Damn.
I predicted that Bobby Lashley would have faced Brock Lesnar at the Rumble, and it happened. I predicted that Bobby would have won the WWE title off of the Miz, which happened.
Yeah.
So, either way, 2-time WWE champion is not bad.
It's not bad, no.
Bobby's doing great, so love Bobby.
Yeah. Also, you just mentioned it there. Money in the Bank. When's that gonna
It's
not
next
July.
month.
Next
Next month, and it's being changed from a big event, big stadium, to the small stadium that AEW All Out was, or All or Nothing. I forget what their excuse was, but I'm not bothered.
The excuse was they weren't selling enough tickets, but they still had an extra month to see what would happen.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
But at the same time, though, what the fuck were they expecting? It's a B level, or not even a B level pay per view. It's like a C level pay per view. Nobody cares about Money in the Bank.
It's lost all credibility, man.
If it was just a WrestleMania thing like they used to do, where it's like, oh, this is a chance for you to win the WWE title or a world title, climb up a ladder and grab the briefcase, and there'll only be one of those matches. Because I
didn't mind it for the first couple of years. It was like, I'd say it was after like Dean Ambrose on the John Moxley, Dean Ambrose. Like, after that, it started going down.
Yeah,
I feel, and I felt like they completely ruined the women's one. They ruined the execution of that very badly, and it just had that low point, and it just never reached a high.
Yeah,
because the average of carrying that briefcase for women is less than a day. Because Bailey did it the first day,
which is fine.
Alexa, but Alexa
for the first one, Alexa Bliss did it,
well, at least when Alexa did it, was like at least it was Alexa.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And then Rousey did it straight away, or the next day, didn't?
Rousey didn't win it, did she?
Not Rousey. There's someone else. Carmella was the.
Oh well, no. I think she waited a while.
Bailey as well did it on the same day.
And I think Nikki did it the day afterwards.
Oh
yeah,
Nikki, yeah.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in that. Oh, Nikki has.
Didn't she lose it like immediately?
At the next pay per view to Charlotte. I was like, why did you look? Even though I think Charlotte, great fucking wrestler, can make you enjoy watching her matches, but why give her the belt too many times? Give it to someone else. Just because her dad won that many titles doesn't mean she should.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Yeah.
The maximum amount of titles that I want to win in any company, if I was a mainstream guy, I want to win it 5 times each in each company.
Yeah.
Not 10, not 15. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Personally,
unless you're going for the record breaking.
Personally, for me, I just want one, because for me, the effort to get to the title means a lot more for me than actually holding the belts. So I don't mind failing so many times just for that one proper opportunity to hold it.
I guess so. Like if they're gonna give you, if they say they don't want to give it to you once, if they said we're gonna give it to you once, and I go, okay, how long is it gonna be? 3 months? I'd say no. Right. I'd rather win it 5. I'd rather win it 5 times than only hold it once for only 3 months.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. I feel like once I get on in my career, I'll want it more. But like, probably for the start, I'll be just happy with one, just to get the okay for it.
And also, winning the championship the first time is always the best thing, because if you win it more than once, it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
No, it definitely doesn't. I mean, Drew McIntyre is probably the best example, like the most recent example anyway.
Well, he doesn't need the title anymore. That's the thing.
No, I don't think he needs it either.
But I feel like him versus Roman Reigns, other than Cody, is the match. Like, that's the match. That's going to be the match for Cardiff.
That is the match for Cardiff.
I'm upset I didn't get tickets, but goddamn plane flights for €200. I'm not paying €200 for a flight over.
And how much were the tickets? Like,
around 80 to 100.
80 to 100. So roughly nearly 300 quid just to go and see a show in Cardiff.
Yeah, which I don't think will be great.
No. Unless you had the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Get more bookings, lads.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah. Talk more to the dole over there as well.
Or be an escort.
Yeah.
Party Boys escort service.
I'd be a great escort serviceman.
You show them a good time. Oh. Well, with the event of Hell in a Cell is coming up, and there's not many matches announced yet. I'll look up the match card. I know it's Judgment Day versus Bullet. We'll call it Bullet Live Blood. Because Liv Morgan.
Stop. You see, I think it's fine to put AJ and Finn together because experience.
Yeah.
And both have similar like backgrounds. Both wrestled in Japan, and both are members of the Bullet Club.
Both leaders.
Both
actually,
leaders, in fact, yeah. And they were the best bits of the Bullet Club. And after they went to WWE, the Bullet Club basically died.
Yeah. I don't know
Because
what's going on.
Even though I never liked the Bullet Club to begin with, but at least when I saw, oh fuck, it's AJ Styles. Oh fuck, it's Prince Devitt. Okay.
Yeah.
But as soon as they were gone, I was like, at least Kenny was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. A couple of 5 stars here and there. That's fine.
Oh, and I saw like a couple of weeks ago, in fact, like that when they said that Rowan won the last 20 minutes with Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega was like, "What are you on about? Of course he would. He's a top guy over there for a reason."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I would love to see that match."
I would.
I would.
It will never happen, but I would love to see it.
If WWE and AEW want to make big monster money, make a pay-per-view joint, and WWE versus AEW. Choose your top stars against their top stars, and the main event is Kenny versus Roman.
They already have the Forbidden Door with New Japan.
I am excited for that.
Yeah.
What?
I just want to say who Ospreay's facing.
Okay, Forbidden Door matches. What match do you want to see? Because I know Tanahashi versus Punk is a given.
I'd see that.
Ooh. See, the obvious one is Ospreay and Moxley because they already had a match, and my God, I absolutely loved it. So I would definitely take a rematch between them any day of the week.
I really want to see Okada Danielson.
Yes. That's such a good show.
If Kenny were to come back in the next couple of months, or around the time that they're doing the Forbidden Door stuff with New Japan, I'd like to see Okada versus Kenny again.
Yeah, same here.
I personally would like to see that, but I would like to see Okada win the title and Omega win the AEW title. Battle for the belt, both belts on the line. Just because I feel like that's the only reason that I can go that higher. Because we've seen the matches so many times, we need to amp up the stakes just that little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who will face Keith Lee?
If he's on the card.
Oh God.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
They probably look at him and say, "Who the fuck is Keith Lee?"
Yeah.
Even though I like Keith Lee, and I want to see him succeed and all that stuff, but it's just like I don't know. It's like
slow burn. I think it's going to be a slow burn.
Yeah, he'll be a slow burn.
I just think that they're just going to pair him with Swerve for his entire run in AEW, and they're going to be tag champs.
I don't mind them being tag champs, but I just feel like both of them deserve.
Oh, they deserve much more.
Very minimum a TNT title run.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because I see them both better than the Murder Hawk. I find them much better than him. I feel I don't understand Scorpio Sky. I'm sorry, he is heel.
I don't either.
No, he's.
And you know what that is?
He shouldn't be TNT champ.
You know what that is? That's the indie geeks that don't know if they want to be heel or face, and they're either face one week or they're heel the next. And I'm just like, I'd rather fucking watch WWE stink up the joint with a heel, not a particularly good heel and a not particularly good face, than watching a guy who doesn't know what his identity is as a heel or face.
It's annoying.
Plus also that 6-man tag at Double or Nothing was god awful for me. It was the least entertaining match of the night. You didn't know who to cheer for. There was only one person to cheer for.
I don't know if I watched it. I don't think I did.
Oh, who I believe never should have lost the tag titles in AEW.
FTR? Young Bucks?
Yes. FTR.
FTR.
I agree.
Young Bucks on the first match.
Yeah. That's over. That's over as fuck.
And I think the Young Bucks are going to challenge the Jurassic Express.
Oh, Jurassic Express.
And I think they're just going to win it because they're the Young Bucks. Yeah. But like, it's just because they want this and they'll get it.
Because they're the Young Bucks.
like I would worry if like 5 years down the line, if like I got a call, this a big if, like if AEW were to say, right, you're going to be in a heel with all the, what's the mega elite or
Yeah,
what's the name?
The
Undisputed Elite.
undisputed
Undisputed.
elite.
I bet you if they put me in the ring with in a segment with them, I'd fucking bury them. I'd bury them live on TV, and I'd say,
Yeah.
well, I was expecting them to make a couple of comebacks, but that just proves how
Yeah.
useless they are.
Yeah.
Unnecessary pairing. Like,
And MJF is right. It's all friends wrestling.
Yeah.
Over there.
yeah.
It really is.
To be fair, he had it with
And there's
Cody.
nothing wrong with it. It's just
Yeah.
He had to work his arse off. He had to go through like everything.
And if Cody quit, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, what does that actually say to you about like
Mhm.
what's behind the curtains, if you get me?
Yeah. Because what we see is good wrestling, but we don't see the aftermath. We barely see anything like that.
no.
Yeah. But like another
Oh,
thing when going. Oh, you were saying you finished that?
No. You continue.
No, because I was going to go back to the Judgment Day Finn Balor thing. Because
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Finn Balor hasn't won a pay-per-view match since WrestleMania 35 against Bobby Lashley.
Jesus Christ.
No way.
And that was when he had he was with Leo Rush and he had the spooky eye contact.
Oh my
things,
God.
if you remember that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 30 might be 34, 35. So
And
I
one-
have no faith. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
I have
know.
no
That is-
faith.
If
I have
they want to give the Bullet Club or Bullet Lift Club, whatever they call them these days, if they want to give them like an opportunity, the only way I can see if it's not a Hell in a Cell or any type of gimmick match, is it?
No,
I
it's
don't
just
think so.
6 man.
All right. Also,
Or 6 person.
what I heard, it's only just one Hell in a Cell match. But like,
Oof.
I don't know. Like, if I heard, I think right, if they're going to be doing a normal match, which I say they are, that I think Judgment Day could get disqualified in the first match.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think they're
Like, keeps
gonna
both
win.
sides.
They don't care about Finn Balor. They don't care about Liv
It's such a
Morgan. They might
WWE thing.
Finn
That's what
Balor's
they
going to
do,
get the pin.
disqualifications.
I mean, he's going to take the pin. It's just
Yeah.
going to be another loss for Finn Balor.
But at the same time, though, like they picked AJ for a reason instead of just so they can job clean to people. And look, I understand why people are not happy if Finn loses, and they lost all faith with him winning a main event match. But like, he's at the stage in his career where he should be putting over younger talent.
I could
agree.
see that, but at the same time, I just feel like he can do more for the company.
He could
But
do more.
because he got injured.
They should
They
have
don't
kept him in NXT when he went back down.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to see Finn Balor in the NXT right now.
No.
Oh, I don't even know what the NXT right now is like.
People like to see go to NXT and help with the younger guys, because I actually agree when some lad said that, how are these green wrestlers down in NXT 2.0, how are they going to get any better if they're just against other green wrestlers who aren't particularly great? And when they go to the main roster, they'll stink. That's why they sent Ziggler down to wrestle Braun Breaker, so he could see if he's any good or not. And it turns out he is pretty good.
Yeah. I think he got a run on Raw or something like that for a few weeks as well.
He won the NXT title on Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, then there you go.
And how long was it? Like 20 minutes?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
Yeah. Another thing that they tried was Natalya with Cora Jade. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, but like it was good to see her doing something other than just being a random tag team.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of people are like Ciampa, like he was there for a while, but now he's been called up to the main roster. You know,
they should have kept him in NXT to help younger guys.
Yeah.
I felt like he just had enough. He didn't want to be. That's not his NXT, so he felt like it was time for him to go. It was the same with Gargano, but he didn't want to go to the main roster. He doesn't know what he wants to do now. Good for his kid. Like, I'm happy that, and also Candice LeRae apparently has gone from WWE now.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
I'm curious because Candice LeRae, I don't want to
Really?
see her.
It's
I don't
absolutely
want to see her in AEW. I feel like she'll be just lost in the shuffle like every single person I went.
It's the same. It'll be the same thing with Gargano if he goes to AEW. He'd be lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like they would be better either going to New Japan or going to Impact.
I'd say Impact.
ROH.
Yeah.
ROH. I don't know because whatever's going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen with Tony Khan's thing.
Yeah, I still don't know what's happening with that. Samoa Joe is champion though. Like that's good.
That's good.
Like,
I don't care about Sanjay Dutt, the big guy, but him always
Sanjay Dutt is that not the fella that was on TNA?
He was the very tall, very tall guy.
Why did they give him the name Sanjay Dutt?
Was it Sanjay Dutt? I think it was Sanjay Dutt. I'm not.
No, like Sanjay Dutt is the fella from TNA who was in the X division.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of it different. No, it's a very tall 7-footer person.
Oh, well,
I think I know who you're talking about, but I haven't a clue what his name is.
He's not great. And people said some lad who compared him to the great Cody and said, "Oh, that's racist because he's from India." I was like, "No, it's because he's shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just because they're tall doesn't mean they can like do stuff in the ring.
Actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Just because they're tall and scary looking doesn't mean that they're that great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was like the same thing with Mabel / Viscera. Big guy, but he could hurt anyone in a moment just by like.
Just
because
of his size, like.
I'm not trying to be like Sheamus or anything like that. It's just that because of his weight, it was so easy to cause. I'm trying to not offend or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But a lot of people are. If you get to that like stage where you're very, very like not overweight, but you know what I mean, like very large, it is a burden. Like
you also don't know your own strength. You're that big either.
Yeah. But to contradict that, and one of the great big man like of that weight is Yokozuna, one of the safest workers who could do anything with his like he done that splash like off the middle rope. Everyone says they feel nothing. And they make it
unless you're a jobber.
There.
Oh yeah, of course.
Unless you're a jobber.
He did the jobbers.
Yeah.
He done a full on bonsai drop, didn't even land his feet, just sat on them proper.
Oh my god.
And nearly killed him.
Jesus.
But then again, it's jobbers. No one cares about jobbers.
Yeah.
True.
I'm trying to have a look at the next match for Hell in a Cell. We have Theory versus Ali for the US title.
I genuinely think that, I think if you can give them like 15-20 minutes, they will kill it.
Yeah. Mustafa Ali has that talent, but like I just don't know if they.
I think he's really, really talented.
And I think it's a good idea that if they're going to push Austin Theory, that they're doing it right so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have to win at Mania. He didn't win anyway, but he didn't have to win because he was already like over.
Yeah.
And like losing to Pat McAfee is like losing to fucking Seth Rollins, like especially at a Mania where you're going to get like that one opportunity to get stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. I will be completely honest. Pat McAfee surprised me. I saw his matches in NXT, but like for a Mania, he genuinely surprised me.
Yes.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I hope we see more of him.
Like,
I think it'll be more of a Mania thing.
Him versus McMahon 2.
Jesus.
Except it's against Shane.
Shane McMahon,
That's if Shane comes back.
Oh my god.
First punch knockout. Oh god. Maybe it wasn't bad. On card it was like it looked like it was going to be a terrible Mania, but they really delivered.
Night 1 was good. Yeah. I didn't really like Night 2 as much as Night 1, but I still thought it was a decent Mania all around.
Yeah. I think the match that was the biggest stinker was the women's tag match. It was not that I didn't care. It was just that there was. Well, I kind of didn't care because there was barely any bleeding build on TV about it.
No building. Yeah.
And most of them were makeshift tag teams.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll have to talk about this. Was Naomi and Sasha right to walk out? Because this is a touchy one.
I think right. If it happened, like some people compare that to Austin walking out in 2003 or 2002, we should say. But here's the thing with the Austin thing. And also the same thing with CM Punk, right? but they left before they even did anything involved in the show, whilst Sasha and Naomi left during production,
during
the show,
yeah,
when they already had the match made and all that stuff, and they had to go on autopilot. So I understand why that they're annoyed, because like, what was the point in having the women's tag titles if you were not going to do anything with them?
Yeah, I agree.
And having them do random matches. So I understand, but at the same time, it is unprofessional.
Yeah. I agree with it. It's just, I agree with their actions. I just don't agree with the timing of their actions. Like, to do it while everything is live and like gone by second. I don't understand that.
Neither do I.
Do you think you'll see them in a WWE ring again?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think Naomi could be released, but I just can't see Sasha being let go. I think she's way too valuable.
Well, here's the thing with Sasha, right? What a lot of people don't seem to realize is that she botches a lot. But it's hard to tell if it's a botch unless you look at it and say, "Oh, that wasn't part of it." Because you can clearly, if you have a smart eye towards it, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, she has botched a couple of times," but not enough to be like, "Oh, she's a terrible wrestler." It's just enough to show that she's not as great as everyone says she is. But I have a feeling that she'll probably be gone, and Naomi could come back.
Damn.
Will Naomi go into the bloodline or just stick to being just an underrated wrestler? Will we say underrated?
Yeah, underrated. But I think she could join the bloodline because of her marriage to one of the Usos.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that if they ever call up their brother, that he could join.
I would love Solo. Solo's one of the best like starters there on NXT.
Besides
NXT.
Braun Breaker,
yeah.
I will also say Nathan Frazier, even though he's lost a lot, I'm impressed by him from NXT UK moving on.
I haven't seen him.
Watch his match versus Cameron Grimes. It was the main event of this week's NXT. Very good match.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you want to ask you about. Just there when you said his name, Cameron Grimes. Do you think he could be an NXT lifer, or would you think he'll be a main roster at some stage?
He's going to go to the main roster, but he's going to sink. His gimmick won't go over with the main crowd. For me,
it's a shame though, because that money stuff, it worked with Ted DiBiase. It could work with anyone, but at the same time, it's just like, that's more of an NXT gimmick. I don't see him as a main star. I see him as like an NXT lifer, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It sort of reminds me like of a much better No Way Jose. It worked well. It works well in NXT, but
actually there are a lot of.
I'm not in. I just feel like you're right. He belongs in NXT because he does well in NXT. He's great at doing main event, max main event NXT matches. I would love to see him have a shot at the NXT title, but that will not happen for a long time.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's the right guy.
Joe Gacy's gonna take it from Bro. No, he's not.
Joe Gacy.
If Joe, actually, I'm gonna say.
I forgot. Harlan got released as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he got released. So did Dakota Kai.
Oh my god, I forgot about Dakota Kai.
What was his name? You know, the guy who does the thumb. The spooky guy. I'm trying to remember. Dexter Loomis. He got released.
At least Dexter Loomis took his release and was like, you know what? I had my fun.
Fair.
And there's a painting of Vince McMahon that I made for him to thank for the opportunity and all that stuff. It's like, he comes off like a lovely guy. Loomis fella.
Go off, like,
I'm probably one of the only ones. I loved his segments in like with the index stuff. I
did too.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I think LJ Cleary said it himself, like, Dakota Kai wasn't that great, and I kind of agree. That's just my honest opinion. I don't think she was that great.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
She never really. Who's the other girl who Tegan Knox? I preferred her.
Tegan.
Yeah.
I love Tegan.
Definitely. Yeah.
I feel so bad because she got unlucky with a lot of things, and I felt like she should have gotten a chance on the main roster, but she just like 2 tag team matches with Shotzi, and then they just never used her. And she was
injury prone.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
I think that's the main thing. one of the reasons why they released Samoa Joe, I'm pretty sure.
And the same thing with Chelsea Green.
See, the thing with Samoa Joe, I think because it was the years of big bumps that came back to him, and he's gotten to the point where he's too old and banged up to be constantly living the WWE lifestyle. If so, just stick him back in commentary.
Yeah.
At least
bring back Poncho Joe.
Poncho Joe, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was chaos.
He's talented at everything he does. He can be an enforcer. He can be
oh yeah. Like I always liked Joe. Joe was actually one of my favorite guys in TNA, besides AJ, besides Kurt Angle and Sting. Yeah. I always thought, Samoa Joe fella, he's a star.
I really, really like him. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like my style would be sort of similar to his in a way, just like because I feel like we have this sort of similar.
So like hard hitting, but also safe.
Yeah, hard hitting and safe.
Yeah. Best way a wrestler should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agreed with that.
Because I know I can't do the flips like everyone else can, but like I'm good at just making stuff look like it's sore, but in the safest way possible.
Yeah, that's Samoa Joe definitely coming out of you.
The only thing is I can't be a heel.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Although Samoa Joe can be a good babyface, but I just think he's well better as a heel.
Yeah,
as a monster heel. But to be fair, his matches with Brock Lesnar, I count him as face then.
I still think he should have won.
He
should have won.
He destroyed Brock Lesnar in his match.
Yeah, and Brock Lesnar apparently really liked working with him. From what I've heard, I don't know. But
that's why I think Brock Lesnar is one of the best wrestlers of all time, because when he cares, he can make anyone look great. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles.
I think in the last year since he came back, he's been fucking like the best bit about WWE as well. Like he came back and was like motivated, and he's putting other people over. Like I know in Elimination Chamber he eliminated everyone, but out of everyone he eliminated, Austin Theory got longer in the ring with him.
Yeah, he
put him over.
So over. Yeah.
How his ankles didn't break from that top rope like the top of the chamber
F5 pod thing.
It was like, oh, I was like, are you okay, Austin? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Is he okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken that. Fuck no, I wouldn't have taken that.
Neither.
No, but to be fair, if Brock Lesnar says, you're fucking going, I don't care what you say. You're going.
Yeah. There's no getting out of it.
I'd be like, as long as you're not German me off the top of it, because I would die.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'd die.
Straight into your neck.
So what other matches do we have for Hell in a Cell? We have Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens.
Underrated feud. I'm actually liking it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I actually like it.
Just one error I just want. Stop pinning Chad Gable, please. Shush.
I actually laugh at that every time he does it.
I love it, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
But like, Gable needs to not get pinned all the time, man. He's
basically this generation's version of Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
a small guy, but Kurt wasn't necessarily tall, but he wasn't small either. But out of most people that were main eventing at that time, he was pretty short.
Yeah,
and he had everything basically, and I think Chad does have something, but I think it's far too late for him to be a main event guy.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
I would like to just
if he ever did win a world champion, it's definitely like 3 years down the line at bare minimum, I think.
Yeah, if the 3 years go by and he hasn't been released and hasn't won the world title, then it's too late.
Yeah,
I agree with that, but I feel like he should have an Intercontinental title run or something like that.
100%.
He's one of those guys who does deserve it, and I just feel like, well, to be fair, never mind right now, because Walter versus Ricochet I want to see.
Yes.
And Theory, I would like to see Theory face against other people, but I don't know who. I can't think of people on the top of my head because they've released everyone.
Yeah, right now I'm happy with Mustafa Ali though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they had talked to WWE, so they'd be like, "Come on, like you're reliable, you're good on the microphone. You have a good character, and we think you'd be a good mid-card guy to help put other people over. Think of that in the long run.
Yeah.
Like, to be quite honest, I'd rather put over younger people than be all bitching, moany about not liking how Retribution went. It was like, well, that was dead before he even went into it.
Yeah. It was like the equivalent of putting some tape over a leaky faucet or something like that.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, but I honestly I feel like Ezekiel's not going to win. I feel like Kevin Owens going to win.
I think so too. But who knows? Maybe it could be like a roll-up victory for Ezekiel. That's the only time I'll ever see him like proper win. But like there's going to be like a huge thing where like it is going to be revealed that he is Elias, even though we all know he's we all know he's Elias. We're not stupid, like. But I love what they're doing with it though. That's what makes it entertaining.
Yeah,
it's like no, I'm his twin brother. I was like, you look like the twin brother of Eli Drake. You don't look like
Eli Drake.
Look like he actually does look like Eli Drake.
Sorry, it's Max Dupree now.
Maxi Dupree or Max Dupree?
I think it's Max Dupree. I've checked.
They should have still kept LA Knight. You see, I don't care what name they give him as long as he still entertains me, because he does entertain me.
I'm excited. I think he's on SmackDown tonight, so I'm going to be looking at that.
And he's managed. From what I heard, he's managing one of the ex-Retribution guys.
He's managing Mace the Face.
Mace the Face. At least that's a good pun.
Yeah. And then also Mansoor as well.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about Mansoor. Jesus.
That's because there hasn't been a Saudi Arabia show for a little while.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, maybe I could do something for Mansoor, because Mansoor is actually a good talent.
Yeah.
He should cut more promos though.
Oh, definitely.
So I know if he's any good at them or not.
I haven't seen him in Yonks. Another one again I haven't seen is Xia Li, and she's undefeated. But she might be reverting back to another character, to the one with the Mei Ying thing. And that's not good.
Oof. Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good sign.
And then you have Shotzi just in the background all the time. There's lots of people just there.
It's like you have a full roster there you could do shit with.
So much with it, yeah.
But to be fair, I respect what they're doing with Raquel
Gonzalez.
It's Raquel Rodriguez now, isn't it?
Rodriguez. It's Rodriguez now. Okay.
Yeah, it's Rodriguez.
It's not the worst.
It's actually
it's like just going to the same way.
Rodriguez sounds a lot better than Gonzalez.
Yeah. Actually, so that's probably
that's how I see
upgrade.
it.
Sorry.
The AJ Styles.
No, I'm just trying to get the camera's not focusing at all.
Yeah, fair.
But like I feel like they have a talented roster on SmackDown.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But Raw. I'm hating this. Get my camera focused here. There we go. Much better. Bit better.
That bit better there. Who do Raw have actually?
Well,
okay, bro. Street Profits.
Yeah. AJ Styles, Finn Balor.
AJ Styles.
Judgment Day.
Theory.
Yeah.
There's no one like that. Like
Cody.
Yeah. Rollins.
Seth.
To be fair, Bianca Belair has been a good champion
Bianca.
so far.
Becky.
Asuka.
Asuka.
I'm not gonna be like I hate
Miz.
her promo on Raw. I like Asuka's. I feel like it's too over.
Well, you see, this is the thing with Asuka. She doesn't need to cut a promo.
Yeah.
Like if someone talks a lot, she can just put her hand towards her lips, get the microphone, and go, "You talk too much," and just beat the shit out of them, like she did in NXT.
Yeah, but I hate when she goes, baby, like a little bit too much. Like it's just.
I guess so. Yeah. It's like WWE. What made Asuka popular? She didn't have to talk.
Yeah. Just have to wrestle.
Even though I have anything against her promos, it's just that she doesn't have to talk to get over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like Adam Cole's famous words. All they had to do was ring the damn bell.
Well, in case if you want to be in Adam Cole's shoes, you're going to have to sell more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sell like a mother trucker.
But you sell like Kyle O'Reilly, that's a different story.
Well, Kyle O'Reilly sells very fucking great.
Yeah. I love him.
I love him as selling. He's on League. He should have a title run like on his own.
I don't think it was a good idea. My personal opinion, maybe he could have stayed in WWE, but I think it's a downgrade what they're doing with him in AEW. Like after that massive feud with Adam Cole, like it was a different company. Yeah, but it was literally a couple of months prior.
3 months ago or something like that.
And but they also stuck him with Von Wagner, who he is the most generic wrestler I've ever seen.
Is he still in WWE or is he released?
No, he's still there. He's with the old manager of Aaliyah. I'm trying to remember. Robert Stone? I think it's Robert
Stone. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever tries to make it more interesting.
It's not working. It's not working at all.
No. So yeah, I can say with the we got a bit off track there, but who cares? We're having fun.
Yeah.
But with the Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens, personally, it's Ezekiel for me, but I could be wrong. More than likely, it would be Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah. And the next match we have Aaron's favorite wrestler of all time. We have Omos and MVP versus Bobby Lashley in a handicap match.
Oh, it's a handicap match now.
I think the match between if it was Bobby versus MVP, that could be something interesting. But we've already seen Bobby Lashley versus Omos twice, and both matches weren't great. And that was not because of Bobby; that was because of Omos.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, I know that like stories that said that the reason why Braun Strowman was released is because he wasn't particularly liked backstage. But and they released him, but they kept Omos, and Omos is terrible in the ring.
Yeah.
But he could get better in the next couple of years. Who knows? But I just think he's too big to be any better than he already is, and that's a sad thing.
Quite literally,
that's really sad.
It's just a fact. It's not like anything he can do. But I feel like this handicap match is just so Bobby can get the win and pin MVP.
It could be, and we all know that that's the thing we can agree on, that like MVP is just in there to take the pin, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Because it just reminds me of also when they did the handicap match of Balor versus Bobby and Leo Rush. Rush was there just for the pin. Just it stinks of that. It could be a good match between MVP and Bobby, but then you just have Omos walking around,
just doing his shtick.
Yeah. Because that cage match annoyed the hell out of me.
Steel cage? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because Omos just standing there, letting him get up.
Wait, how did that end? Did Bobby go through the
He went through the cage, but he's just stood up and walked out.
Fair.
And Omos was just...
Yeah, just standing there.
Yeah.
Just being Omos.
Look, I can say, right, Omos could be the nicest guy in the world, and he looks impressive. He looks very impressive with his height and his weight. He's not that much weight, but more like just his figure. Like he looks like someone you like he's a main event guy. But when he gets into the ring, there's like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah, it's awful.
But when Undertaker says he could be the next Andre the Giant,
that's tough. No, I wouldn't say that.
It's like calling a footballer the next Messi.
Yeah.
We saw that with Eric Lamella.
But then it came from Undertaker himself, though. So that's.
I think it's because Undertaker likes him as a person.
Yeah.
Because Undertaker likes you as a person, and you're doing something right.
Yeah.
But
that's probably what it is.
Yeah. And the second last match, this probably will be. I think this will start the show because you need to go for a big match in Belair versus Asuka versus Lynch.
I'd enjoy that match.
That sounds really good, actually.
If that was to open the show, I think that would be more of a thing like, oh, this is a warm up. See what can top this. And I'd say like that match would steal the show early on,
Yeah.
and then the other matches will be good or bad depending on how it's booked.
Yeah.
And personally, I think that'll be a good match. It'll be a huge spot fest because if you have Asuka in there with Becky Lynch, who is brilliant, and at everything else, like I think Fabio said this, and I'm pretty sure Lee said it as well, that Becky Lynch, not the greatest technical wrestler, but she's good at what she can do in the ring. With some stuff she can do, because she said it herself in her Austin stuff that in her Austin interview that she was
podcast,
the podcast interview, which was like, I'm not the most athletic person, I'm not the most gifted when it comes to that, but I like learning, I like doing this, that, and the other, and I can work with anyone. So yeah, she can work with anyone, and also she's probably one of the best female promos there as well.
Oh, so, definitely.
I think she is the best because I know Bianca Belair is good at promos, but personally, I find her better as a heel.
I agree.
Than a face.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I liked about her in NXT, because of her arrogance, because she was so confident, so cocky. It's a little bit like Ryan.
Yeah. You see, that's a problem though, right? If you're going to be a heel, and this is my problem with Charlotte as well, you can be really good in the ring, but if you are a heel, you should not be doing high spots. You should not be doing moonsaults. You should not be doing the stuff that you're doing, unless you're doing it a heel way. Because I don't think a heel should be doing what Bianca does in the ring. So either way,
she doesn't wrestle like a. She wrestles like a heel, but some of the spots that she does, it's way too much of a face.
Which is why she's a face. Because if they should just change her promo style, where she would still end up saying, "Oh, the reason why I'm the ESTs because I am the best, I'm the toughest, I'm this, that, and the other," which is fine. I actually think that works as a heel or a face.
I agree. Like it's good. Like that match is going to be amazing. Do we see a retention, or what do we think is going to happen? Because this one, I feel like could go anywhere.
That could go anywhere. I agree with that.
Could. I think it's going to be a retention, though.
Yeah.
I think Becky Lynch.
I think the main reason because it's going to be a retention is because this wasn't the planned match in the first place.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Because I believe the planned match was Bianca versus Naomi.
Oh,
but because they
wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense. It was either that or Sasha. It was one or the other. But that was what was going to be the plan. But I feel like because they're not going to do that, they're going to just go on and do something else. They're going to continue her reign and try and get her a big win over two of I think the best wrestlers on Raw. So it's maybe even on the whole company.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great match, honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly think so too.
All I want to see after that then is a debuting Io Shirai.
Where has she been? Is she like injured or?
No, she just hasn't been doing anything. Because her tag partner is Zoe Starks, and she's injured with her, I believe, Achilles or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she just went away from Kaylee Ray, and Kaylee Ray became Amber Fire.
Oh,
I think it's Amber Fire. I forget. It's something Fire.
Yeah, probably is Amber Fire.
It makes Gunther an actual good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's not that Gunther is a bad name. It's just frustrating. Alba Fire.
Alba doesn't sound like a bad name, but this is my problem with WWE. If they're gonna bring people in, like a Kaylee Ray or Walter, why not have them in WWE from day one as the names that they give them?
Yeah.
Maybe we wouldn't be as pissed.
Yeah.
Because, and personally, I think what Gunther looks better now than he did in NXT, and he did that so he could be a main eventer, and he looks like a main eventer to me.
And he looks like a main eventer. Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like a main eventer.
The only thing was his name was meant to be Gunther Stark.
Until I realized, oh shit.
And then they partnered him with what was the new name of Marcel Bartel?
It was like Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser.
The only thing that insulted my intelligence was that they put a graphic saying Gunther and Ludwig invading SmackDown.
Oh my god, Jesus!
That, like, I know it's just went over their head, but it's just like, are you goddamn serious? If we didn't tell you to change their names, was this actually going to be the plan?
Probably was. Yeah. Like, oh.
Yeah. But moving on to more positive things, Seth Rollins is back in a Hell in a Cell again against Cody Rhodes.
True. Last year's wasn't bad though.
I know. No, I'm sick of seeing Seth in the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
He's been in too many times.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You go ahead. I have an idea. I have a pitch for a match.
Now, I liked all of their matches when I watched it. And obviously, this is the main event. This is obviously the rightful main event.
Yeah.
Rightful main event. What has the most story out of all the matches, besides Kevin Owens and Ezekiel and match. And pretty much the Omos and the MVP and Bobby Lashley, because that has a bit of a feud going on and it's a bit interesting. But it's against Omos, so who cares? But like this match here with Cody and Seth, this has a story, and it's a really good story. But like, as I said, Seth's been in too many Hell in Cell matches.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Too much.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's like it's a gimmick match. It's obviously inside Hell in a Cell, but I think they really need to do something. Like, because I'm pretty sure it's like you were saying, Liam, it was the only Hell in a Cell match on the pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Like, just do something good with it.
I feel like they're going to put in another Hell in a Cell match tonight on SmackDown. This is, like, no reports. This is just me thinking. They're going to do the Usos versus Riddle and Nakamura inside a Hell in a Cell.
That'll be good.
It'll be a good match, but I wish there was a bit more build to it.
Oh, is from what I heard, Randy's injured, right?
Yeah,
he's either injured or he's taking his time off that
which he should.
Gets in his The only also thing for the Cody match is they either have to do two things. One, have a sledgehammer in the match, or two, the golden shovel, just to symbolize the AEW sort of thing of just payback. I feel they have to have something from AEW, just a little hint, and I feel like the sledgehammer is the perfect thing.
You know, with the whole references, right? When it came to like WWE and AEW, WWE have only mentioned AEW like a handful of times in the last 2 years alone.
And one of them was Sami Zayn and the electric chair statement.
I remember that,
Triple H burying AEW before it even started. But I won't say buried it, but more like he referenced it in a funny way. Which is nothing wrong with that, because I actually had a chuckle at that. Then there was Edge mentioning it. Then he said something about like
that it was the feud against, I forget who it was, but
Seth.
It's against Seth, and they sent the real names of Dax and Cash over to his house because they're good friends,
which was cool. Which I thought was cool.
Nice little reference.
Yeah.
And I think the latest one was Seth talking to Cody about like, you left us 6 years ago and you formed your own company and you didn't do well over there, so you came crawling back.
Yeah.
At least they made a story out of that instead of just reference it for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, but the best thing is it's so subtle to the hardcore fans like us that it doesn't ignore the fans who just think WWE is its own entity. It's subtle enough that it doesn't deviate from anything that they go, wait, there's another company?
Yeah. It's believable. Like, that's the main thing.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be a meh pay-per-view with a good main event.
And a good couple of matches.
Good
matches,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like, even if the Ezekiel and Kevin Owens match won't be great, but I'd say it'll still be entertaining to watch.
Yeah. I actually think the whole card is underrated. Like, Kevin Owens and Ezekiel, Mustafa Ali, Theory, then the triple threat match, and then the main event.
Yeah, I'll give this to WWE. When their backs are against the wall, they perform well.
Yes.
So I feel like their matches, like they look like they're against the wall, but they'll shine. Because again, with the Theory and Mustafa Ali, Theory can do a lot of amazing things, and him in sync with Mustafa Ali will be, as MJ Chef would just do, like a chef's kiss to that.
A chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. But I feel like this is long enough for the podcast. Do you think? Do you just want to plug anything before, or just if you just want to say anything before anything ends?
Our predictions for the Cody and the Seth match.
Oh,
Cody will win. I just feel like
Cody, yeah. But
Cody.
Who knows? Who knows? Just who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
But if I were to say Cody, but it could more than likely it could be Seth getting his win back, even though he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it, but he hasn't won proper pay-per-view match since before Rumble.
Seth? Oof.
Yeah, because every time he has been on that giant losing streak.
Yeah.
I don't think he really cares. He's laughing his way to the big bank afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, once again, thank you, Party Boy, for joining us.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you, AJ Scraggs. Undefeated, by the way.
Undefeated on the next gen show.
2 match losing streak.
Yeah.
I'm on my one match losing streak, so it's all good.
Who knows? Like for the next show for both of us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But like, once again, thank you all. I hope you all enjoyed this podcast. Hopefully an episode later on. So goodbye, everyone.
See you later.
See us.